You're joining me at the Dubai Air Show 2025, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Archer Aviation's Chief Commercial Officer, Nicole Goel. Lovely to have you with me. Thank you so much. I want to start off, you've got a new partnership coming out of Dubai Air Show with Archer Aviation here. Red Sea Global Partnership, tell me a little bit more about that.
We couldn't be more excited to partner with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So today we're announcing a three-way partnership. First with the PIFs, the helicopter company, and second with the Red Sea Global. So it's a three-way partnership, which is going to unlock Archer Aviation to fly in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, starting with Red Sea Global. Red Sea Global has a phenomenal collection of resorts, many of which are only accessible by sea or by air. And so we hope to bring a quiet, all-electric, safe, and low-cost solution to one day get from the Red Sea airport to any of those resorts.
And taking it back to the UAE, we saw you just wrapped up in Alan, your midnight test flights. Obviously, Abu Dhabi has seen its fair share of test flights. Paint us the picture. What happens next? And when can I actually get into one of these in the UAE and travel around?
Listen, 2025 has been a pivotal year for Archer in Abu Dhabi. So we've flown both in the heart of the city at Al Bateen, overlooking the iconic Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, as well as in remote destinations such as Al Ain Airport. This has allowed us to test in the extraordinarily hot weather, to really understand the operating conditions with sand and with particulates, and most importantly, work with all of our partners here, the GCAA, Abu Dhabi Aviation, Etihad Aviation Training. Next steps for us are to continue bringing additional aircraft here to the UAE, continue flying those aircraft, training pilots, and ultimately allowing passengers to get inside the aircraft and fly over the skies of the UAE.
The Emirates are talking big here, let's face it, when it comes to this sort of travel. First ports, local pilot training, manufacturing hubs. Is the UAE turning Archer's into Archer's Middle East headquarters, would you say?
Well, listen, the UAE has been incredibly supportive. We're so lucky to have two of the country's largest sovereign wealth funds as supporters of Archer, so Mubadala and International Holding Company. We get to work with the very best aviation partners here in the country. And this will be the first place where we launch all electric air taxis in the Middle East. And we couldn't be more proud of the support here. We've already hired a team. We've brought scores of mechanics, maintainers, pilots, and engineering and operational leadership. So it's already off into the races for us.
Trust is a big thing, let's face it, getting into equipment like this. How are you winning over the authorities here? Do you feel well supported with regard to the Abu Dhabi government, who you are, of course, in partnership with? And how would you kind of, for those who are going to fly with you in 2026, let's face it, what would you say to those maybe somewhat apprehensive passengers?
Look, the good news is for years now, we've been working very closely with the federal authority, the GCAA. The GCAA has sent dozens of people to our headquarters in San Jose. We've sent dozens of our top engineers and certification specialists here to the country as well. And the focus is on one thing and one thing only: safety. It's ensuring the safe operations of these aircraft in the airspace. And we have done everything we can to ensure correlation with the United States FAA and making sure that on day one, these aircraft are safe, fun, and operationally efficient.
Let's talk Saudi for a moment. We've obviously touched on it a little bit. What exactly does a sandbox or air taxis really mean? And how do you test all this in the desert without just being a pure exercise? Let's face it, we're in harsh conditions over here.
Well, the harsh conditions are exactly why you need that sandbox. The vision of His Royal Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman for Saudi 2030 is really to create these giga projects like Red Sea, like NEOM, where these cities can be built from the ground up, and they can be built not around cars, but really around transportation modes of the future. That's exactly what we're doing in the Red Sea, and that sandbox is going to allow us to have a concerted environment to safely test these technologies. Following the success of that, we'll bring that technology into the city and demonstrate those real flights between Red Sea Airport and the many resorts on the islands.
You're not just building midnights now, let's face it, you're selling what would arguably be described as a powertrain, I would say, to third parties. including the big defense names, as we know. Is Archer now an aviation brand or a tech supplier, or is it a little bit of both?
Look, we've been an aviation brand from day one. Midnight is our first product. What's really special about Midnight is the powertrain technologies that are built by some of the leading engineers in the world, as well as our software that we put into the aircraft that's powered by artificial intelligence. And over the last year, we've been talking to third parties all over the world about utilizing that powertrain technology. That means our battery packs and our electric engines in their own aircraft. Anduril, who's the world-leading defense technology firm, has been really interested in this for a while. And this week, we were proud to make our announcement along with Anduril, along with Edge Group, who's the leading defense conglomerate here in the UAE. And we couldn't be more excited to bring that powertrain and put it into the Oman UAS aircraft.
Giga projects, mega ambitions, let's face it. How do you stop your plans at the Red Sea getting bogged down, I suppose, with bold vision and maybe a little bit of bureaucracy?
Listen, that's what's so special about the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Just like the UAE, there is a small group of leaders who have a very big vision, and that big vision is necessary to accomplish big things. And so we're very grateful for the support from His Royal Highness, from the leadership of the country, and that is what has already made Red Sea successful, and it's what's going to allow Red Sea to push to its next chapter in safe urban air taxis.
Big picture now, final question. With all this going on in the region, is Archer leaping ahead of its global competitors, or is the real race kind of just getting started, I suppose?
Listen, we're in early innings. If you look back 2 years ago, Archer was the only American eVTOL on display here. Fast forward to today, you've got companies from America, from China, from Europe, who have all flocked to the Middle East because they see what's going on here. We're proud to continue maintaining our regional leadership. We're proud to welcome others here as well, because we have really blazed forth, I think, the regulatory pathway and the commercial pathway. And we couldn't be more excited to welcome other companies to really help bring advanced air mobility to the UAE and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Nikhil, Goel, Archer Aviation's Chief Commercial Officer, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
Delighted
having
to have
me.
you.
Thank you.